Thank you very much for Ms. Kuyan Fu as moderator, and good morning, distinguished all participants. I'm very happy can sharing in the forums. Today I will present Indonesia experience to strengthen the targeting and effectiveness of social protection through the National Social Economic Single Data, or in Indonesia we call it by the acronym TTSEN. This reform is to ensuring that social protection programs more transparent, integrated, and accountable manner. This is my outline presentation is organized into 5 main sections. First, I will briefly explain the social protection scheme in Indonesia. Second, I will discuss the policy direction of social protection in 2025 and 2026 and highlight the key challenges in targeting accuracy. Third, I will explain how Indonesia is addressing these challenges through National Social Economic Single Data, or TTSEN. Fourth, I will highlight the major program reforms, and finally, I will conclude with key lessons and future direction. Subtopic: Social protection scheme in Indonesia. Social protection across the life cycle. Indonesia's social protection system is designed using a life cycle approach. Programs support citizens from pregnancy, childhood, working age, and to the elderly. For example, Final Hope program. This program supports pregnant mothers, children, and elderly beneficiaries. This program is a conditional program. So this program not only provides assistance, but also requires recipients to meet qualification in the field of health and education. Then Education Assistance Program. This program supports children from elementary school to university. Then Health Protection. This program is provided through the National Health Insurance System. An Elderly Assistance Program. This program provides support in later stages of life. This life cycle approach ensures that risks at different stages of life are addressed systematically. Besides that, the Indonesia government also provides adaptive social protection in dealing with disaster and crisis. Examples of this program are On-Call Fund for Disaster, Government Fund Reserve, and Social Rehabilitation Assistance Program. Social protection program in Indonesia. Indonesia's social protection system covers all income groups, but prioritizes the bottom 40% of the population. This approach ensures that the poor and vulnerable groups receive the largest share of support. And the system also functions as social safety net during economic shock or crisis. For example, during period of economic disruption or policy adjustment, social assistance programs are used to protect the purchasing power of vulnerable households. Poverty reduction target. Reducing poverty remains one of the core priorities of Indonesia development strategy. The government has set ambitious poverty target around 6.5 until 7.5% in 2026 and 4.5 until 5.2% in 2029 and below 1% in 2045. These targets are aligned with the Golden Indonesia Vision 2045. Achieving this goal requires not only economic growth, but also effective and well-targeted social protection program. Pillars of poverty reduction. Indonesia poverty reduction strategy is built on 4 main pillars. First, reducing the burden of basic needs through programs like food assistance, cash transfer, and subsidy. Second, improving access to basic infrastructure such as drinking water, sanitation, and electricity. Third, expanding access to jobs and capital, including microcredit and training programs. Fourth, providing social safety net during crisis. Together, this pillar aims to address both immediate poverty risk and structural barriers to prosperity. . Social protection in budget 2025. Indonesia demonstrated a strong fiscal commitment to social protection. In 2025, the government allocated 503.2 trillion rupiah to social protection programs. This is around 40% to total state expenditure, or 2.1% of GDP. The policy focus include continuing care assistance programs such as Family Hope Program, basic food assistance, and several subsidies. Then strengthening lifelong social protection and accelerating graduation from poverty through empowerment program. This reflects the government commitment to ensuring the economic growth is inclusive. In 2026, the social protection budget remains significant at 502.5 trillion. Major allocation include energy subsidy like liquid petroleum gas, electricity, and fuel oil subsidies, health insurance contribution assistance, food assistance, education assistance, and community empowerment programs. The government also emphasizes improving targeted accuracy through the National Social Economic Single Data, or DTSEN. Targeting challenging. Despite large budget allocation, targeting accuracy remains a major challenge. Survey data show two main problems. First, exclusion error. About 22% of poor and vulnerable households do not receive assistance. Second, inclusion error. Approximately 2.9% of households in the richest decile still receive social assistance. This finding highlights the need for better beneficiary identification system. Another issue is related to the adequacy of benefits. Data show that the ratio of social assistance benefits to household expenditure has declined. For example, for the data in 2024, benefits from Family Hope Program and basic food assistance represent a smaller share of household spending compared to previous years. This means that improving social protection requires not only better targeting, but also ensuring that benefit levels remain meaningful. Strategy to strengthening social protection. To address these challenges, the government has introduced several strategies. This include improving the accuracy of targeting database, integrating social system with empowerment program, expanding access to capital and business support, and strengthening adaptive and inclusive social protection system. At the core of the reforms is the development of the National Social Economic Single Data System, or DTSEN. Then we go to better target through National Social Economic Single Data DTSEN. What is DTSEN? DTSEN is a unified national database of individuals and families. It contains socio-economic information linked with population identity data. The database provides welfare rankings, allowing the government to identify households based on their relative economic condition. Since 2025, DTSEN has become the primary reference for social assistance targeting in Indonesia. Exclusion and inclusion error. DTSEN helps address two key problems in targeting. First is exclusion error, when eligible households do not receive assistance. Second is inclusion error, when households that are not eligible still receive benefits. By combining multiple data sources and ranking households by welfare level, DTSEN enables the government to improve targeting accuracy and reduce these errors. From fragmented data to unified registry. Before DTSEN, Indonesia used multiple databases across ministries, which often led to inconsistencies and overlapping beneficiaries. DTSEN integrates social welfare data, social economic census data, poverty targeting data, and administrative population data. This integration creates a single national social registry, functioning as a single source of truth of beneficiary identification. DTSEN variable for family data. DTSEN includes comprehensive family level information. This includes household location and identification, welfare level, housing condition, asset ownership, and access to electricity and utilities. This indicator provides a multidimensional view of household welfare, allowing more accurate social economic profiling. Then decision variable for individual data. At the individual level, the database includes demographic characteristic or identity, education status, employment information, and health condition. This level of detail allows the government to design more targeted and responsive policies, particularly for vulnerable individuals such as children, elderly people, and persons with disabilities. Benefit of DDSN. DDSN provides several major benefits. First, it creates a single national database for social protection program. Second, it improves targeting accuracy and transparency. Third, it enhances budget efficiency by reducing duplication and leakages. Ultimately, the system helps the government deliver social protection more precisely and accountably. Government of DDSN. Maintaining the credibility of DDSN requires strong governance and institutional coordination. Several institutions are involved in data management, verification and validation, and data dissemination. Importantly, the database is updated regularly every 3 months, ensuring that beneficiary information reflects current socio-economic conditions. Data update mechanism. DDSN uses several mechanisms to ensure data remains dynamic and accurate. This include administrative data synchronization, field verification or ground check, proposal through village deliberation, and public participation through feedback and objection. Regular data updates are essential for maintaining the reliability of the system. Social assistance data update process. The process for updating social assistance recipients involve both formal and participatory mechanism. Local government, village administration, and program facilitator can propose update. These proposals are then verified and evaluated before being integrated into national database. This process ensures that local knowledge contributes to national data accuracy. Before and after DDSN, the introduction of DDSN significantly improved social protection delivery. Previously, beneficiary identification relied on fragmented data sources. With DDSN, programs such as Basic Food Assistance and Smart Indonesia program now rely on a single integrated database. This reduces duplication, improves targeting accuracy, and enhances transparency. Digitalization of social assistance. Indonesia is also digitalizing social assistance delivery. This includes utilizing the national social economic single data to more targeted, transferring benefits through bank account, collaborating with state-owned banks, and strengthening monitoring system to prevent misuse. Digitalization accelerates distribution, lower administrative costs, and improve accountability. Highlight the reform of key programs. Several key programs have been reformed using digital technology. For example, the Family Hub program now uses digital verification and cashless transfer, and the Basic Food Card used electronic transaction. This innovation improves efficiency, transparency, and monitoring. Empowerment programs. The pre-employment card program is fully digital. Indonesia is also integrating social protection with economic empowerment program. Programs such as People Business Credit help beneficiaries transition from assistance to productive economic activity. Digital innovation is banking, sport, credit scoring, and risk assessment, allowing more people to access financial service. Then subsidy reform. Subsidy programs are also being reformed. Subsidy programs are also being reformed, for example, fertilizer subsidy. Now use digital farmer data and electronic verification. Energy subsidy like LPG, electricity, and fuel subsidy are progressing from universal subsidies to targeted subsidies based on beneficiary data. This reform aims to reduce inefficiency and improve targeting accuracy. Conclusion. In conclusion, Indonesia has demonstrated strong fiscal commitment to social protection, with allocation exceeding 500 trillion rupiah annually. Social protection program covers citizens across the life cycle, from pregnancy to old age. However, challenges remain, particularly targeting accuracy and benefit adequacy. The development of national socio-economic single data or DTSN represents a major structural reform. By integrating social, economic, and administrative data, DTSN enable better targeting, reduce inclusion and exclusion error, and more efficient use public resources. Combined with digitalization and financial inclusion, this reform strengthens Indonesia's ability to develop modern, adaptive, and accountable social protection system. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.